Ceremony for 2026. Let's have a big round of applause. We have a number of special guests with us tonight. First, I want to recognize a number of donors that you'll be meeting as we go through the ceremony. I also want to appreciate our president, Wendy Rogers, who has a very full schedule and has made some time to spend with us this evening. Greg Natterer, our Vice President, Academic and Research. Kathy Weatherby, Senior Development and Donor Relations Officer. Tim, your name is not here. Tim Walker is our Vice President, Finance and Administration. We're thrilled to have him with us. Heather Clow, Assistant Manager, Scholarships, Awards, and Financial Aid. And we'll get to the rest of you later. Okay, this is all good. We are very honored to have Elder Judy with us today, and I want to start with a land acknowledgement. We're very grateful to live, work, and learn on the traditional and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people, known as Epiquet, and we affirm the long history, varying experience of colonization, and continuing wisdom of Indigenous peoples around the world. Dr. Judy is a Mi'kmaq elder from Epiquet and a member of the Epiquet First Nation, a survivor of the Lennox Island Indian Day School. She has been a strong voice for justice, including presenting at the National Inquiry into Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Girls. Dr. Clark is widely respected for her lifelong community service and leadership. She has received numerous honors, including an honorary doctorate from UPEI, the Queen Elizabeth II Diamond Jubilee and Platinum Jubilee medals, the Governor General's Sovereign Medal for Volunteers, and appointment as the Assembly of First Nations Knowledge Keeper for Epiquet. Guided by the teachings of elders from Mi'kmaq and across Turtle Island, Elder Judy works tirelessly to strengthen understanding of the Mi'kmaq PEI. She is supported by her husband John and is a proud mother and grandmother. Elder Judy, we're so thrilled to have you here. Could you join us on stage?
So in our ways, we always acknowledge who we are and where we come from, and because we believe that the spirits are here with you. Everybody has a spirit, so we acknowledge them because they're here with you. So I acknowledge the tobacco child that I just received, and that is the connection that we have with our ancestors and the respect that we have with the prayers that go with it. I just also want to say that my mother was from Lennox Island, and my dad was from Spiganagity, which is Cubanacity. And I every day I look and I'm very grateful and thankful for what they taught us, even though we weren't labeled of this is what we're going out into the land to learn and to find medicines. We just did it, and it's the repetition that was that we did it. So every winter, spring, summer, fall, and that we would go out into the land. My parents really spend that time with us and sharing. So our teachings, we call, are passed down from generations to generations. And I want to acknowledge that, because here on Emiwit, we have a lot of teachings that was taken away from us. Because I must say that this year is this month of March, it's the 150th year that the Indian Act was put in place. Within that, we were not allowed to practice our culture in the eyes of our governments. So what Mom and Dad did, they taught us without us even really knowing what we were being taught. They would take us to identify the trees, to identify the food things. But you know what? I look back and they were artisans, they were entrepreneurs. When you look at the baskets that my parents and my family created, they were created, and I remember one of my nieces, she was an engineer, and she asked me one day, she said, should I come to a youth group? Her youth group that she was teaching about the engineering part of what we had in our lives. And I never looked at it that way. But how we made our canoes, how we had our wigwams, how even making the hockey stick, which was Mi'kmaq, and it was made in Nova Scotia, and how it was made and how it was designed. And I really, at that time when she spoke, she was, and some of you may know, was Amber Clark Jadis. She was so passionate about her knowledge, but yet and she shared it with us, and she helped us as our community to bring it to our youth. And she created the STEAM program, and she used those designs. And I never looked at how, when my parents went out to get a tree, the black ash tree, and how it was cut down, and the tools that were used, and they made those tools, and how they were used, and it went from the forest to identify to the end product, which was a basket. And it was amazing when you even looked at the design, and I know the artisans that was in there, how they did create that, how big the ash strips had to be, how my dad pounded that potato strips, how they shaped it, how they developed it, how the end product was a potato basket, which they at the time got 25 cents for a potato basket. And now we can get a few $100 for the same potato basket. So coming here and knowing what Amber brought to our community and our family, I am very honored to be here tonight and to be able to share that Indigenous people across Canada, of the things that they developed to be able to succeed in our way of life before contact, and we still do. And even though we were forbidden to do this, there was a way that we did it without being told not to, because they looked at us as entrepreneurs and not just passing our knowledge on. So with that, I would like to ask Creator, and every day I thank Creator. I am grateful and thankful for being here. That our Creator, as I came in, the sun was starting to set, and this weekend we'll swing ahead an hour. But even when the sun sets, last night there was a full moon, and it was the blood moon. And how that's why it's so cold at this time, because when the full moon is out, the ceremonies that come with that and acknowledge everything that we take, some of us take for granted. But I want to acknowledge that. And we use the 7 teachings in my reading that I'm going to say. And we thank Creator. And we thank Creator for this day that He's given us. Thank you for allowing us to gather here today. We ask you to enter where you are, so that your teachings will work in us. We ask for wisdom, so that we will know what is good in this world. We ask for love, so that we can spread your love everywhere. We ask for respect, so that we will know that everyone comes from one place, from the Creator. We ask for bravery, so that we will not be afraid to do the work here. We ask for honesty, so that no one will lie or harm anyone else. We ask for humility, so that no one will be superior to another. And Creator, we ask for truth, so that we will see you in the future on our last day with clean hearts and spirit. And I also want to acknowledge all our families who are here today and at home, who support us every day from where we are. And also, I ask the Creator to watch over our caregivers, because our families are suffering, whether it's mentally, physically, emotionally, or spiritually. We ask you to take care of them as they are caring for the ones that we love so much. And I ask Creator to watch over you, and as you continue your journey, and as you continue the knowledge that you are receiving through the university, you know, that is amazing, because you're going to go out there and you are going to be part of things that will help our future. And I want to express that and say that and acknowledge that. Congratulations for the awards that you're going to receive tonight, for some, and for the families. We thank you for being that support for them. Imsidnokama. Did you ever say goodbye? Imsidnokama means until we meet again. And it's inclusive of all of us and even our ancestors who are with you here tonight, and that they guide you to ignorance. So thank you.
I invite those of you that want to know a little bit more about the Indigenous artisanship to admire Elder Judy's boots. You know, they're very special. And I also want to note that we are the Faculty of Sustainable Design Engineering. Indigenous materials form the first circular economy. Just give that a little bit of thought. They're 100% natural. They go back to the earth. They regenerate in the ways they're cared for by the communities. And the articles that are made, I have a basket that my mother bought when she was 12 years old, and she's almost 90 now, so it's still very beautiful. So I really want to appreciate the technologies developed by Indigenous peoples that are so connected to the earth. I also want to acknowledge and play on the notice of sunset. We are currently in the holy month of Ramadan, and from sunrise to sunset, Muslims traditionally fast. They have 5 prayers a day, and at sunset, when we break the fast, it's called iftar. And so as part of our nutritious snacks tonight, we've included dates and apricots, which are a traditional part of this important festival. The holy month of Ramadan recognizes when the Quran was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad. I like to learn a couple of new things every year about the other people that are in my life. And so this is my little bit of sharing for all of you today. And for those of you that have a colleague that you know is observing Ramadan, I invite you to wish them a blessed Ramadan, and we're thrilled to have you here with us tonight. My next pleasure is to invite our president, Wendy Rogers, to the stage to say a few words. Wendy? Exciting. I just told Suzanne that, so thanks very much. I do also want to start off by acknowledging that we are gathered on the unceded traditional territory of the Mi'kmaq people, and grateful to be able to spend our time here. And as visitor to the territory, it's important that I acknowledge that differently than our Mi'kmaq colleagues who are from the territory. Thank you for inviting me this evening. I guess we co-invited everybody else. That's sort of how that played out. So it's a really exciting time to celebrate with everybody. Your dean and others have made sure that I'm aware of all of your excellent results, students in the Atlantic Engineering Competition and the National Engineering Competition and other important ways. And so looking forward to hearing about the awards. It's great to see such strong representation of UPEI on these regional and national stages. I know that it is proportionately very large, the PEI and UPEI representation. So congratulations to all of you who participated in that. And everybody who wins an award, we know that there's others around you that helped you get there. For some reason, I always seem to think I can speak engineering. I don't know why. It's been a bit of a long-standing problem since before I came to UPEI. I'm actually an exercise and health psychologist in kinesiology, so really I should stay in my lane. Our fellow engineers frequently tell me this, so this evening I'm going to try to avoid doing that because there's a whole room full of you that will go, no, you shouldn't have said that, you said it the wrong way. But I aspire to know more things about engineering. What I can speak about is the importance of having a strong and connected engineering faculty as part of a strong university, especially here at UPEI, where we already have so many cornerstone faculties, including Atlantic Veterinary College, the new Faculty of Medicine, the Canadian Centre for Climate Change and Adaptation, and the Faculty of Indigenous Knowledge Education, Research and Applied Studies. There are just endless possibilities for collaboration and discovery and innovation connected with teaching and scholarship with all of these strengths here together. We also have award-winning teachers and researchers, particularly in this faculty, but spread all across the whole university. And a thing that we realize about UPEI is there is distributed strengths. And I understand this is desirable and sustainable design, but I said I wouldn't try to speak engineering, so I mean that from an equity, diversity, and inclusion perspective, where distributed and diverse strengths are also desirable and help us be a thriving community. Lately, in the post-secondary sector, we've been working on our reputations. We hear that our reputations as trusted sources is in decline, and we hear that our graduates are not work-ready or integrating into the workplace well when they leave their programs. Sometimes we worry that the graduate that is prepared for today's workplace will not be prepared for the future, and universities are always interested in preparing the graduate for tomorrow to anticipate and address the challenges yet to come. So of course, this program is different. This program is specifically designed to address all of those concerns, and from all accounts is succeeding very well in doing so. The idea of sustainable design has worldwide appeal. We're all focused on a sustainable environment, but part of that is not only accounting for the environmental impacts, reducing and eliminating negative environmental impacts, but it's also developing enduring and resilient materials, designs, and processes that allow us to focus on the key challenges of the day in sustainable ways. It's wonderful to hear that through the immersive programming with strong and authentic partnerships with industry and communities that our UPEI graduates are indeed work ready and they are prepared for today and tomorrow. I hear there are universally positive comments about our students and our professors and instructors in their engagements and their scholarship that show us the future of education in this field and probably other fields as well is being realized here at UPEI. Donors, industry sponsors, industry partners that are here with us tonight, thank you for your support. You truly make a difference to our students, to our faculty and staff, by contributions that allow them to focus on their studies, focus on their research and scholarship, and support exemplary facilities and equipment that together support individual and collective thriving that supports faster and more exciting innovation. Everybody wants us to go faster, but we have to do so in sustainable ways. I especially want to thank those that support the ideas yet to come. The awards that support students and scholars to be free to engage in the pursuit of discovery and applications. It is from these kinds of pursuits that we see some of the most astonishing discoveries, and so we thank you for believing in all of the things that we can do differently and that we can do it here at UPEI. I frequently say that making UPEI a better place is making the world a better place, and everyone in that room is doing this through the Faculty of Sustainable Design Engineering. Thank you, Wendy. I have no corrections to your speech. Well, now we get to the fun part. We have entrance awards from high school, we have all-year awards, and we have the Dean's Honors Awards. When we have a donor present, I will invite the donor to present the certificate and get a photo with the student. So you'll both have to come up on stage at the same time. I want to thank Peter Young, our UPEI photographer, who's hanging out in the corners, and he's going to take pictures from that angle. So when you come up from that side, we're going to give you your certificate over here, okay? If you could cycle through, that would be great. So I'm going to start with the Andrew Renewable Scholarships in Engineering. We have a recipient, Liam Farley, and donors Bill and Denise Andrew, who are not with us tonight. This annual scholarship was established at UPEI by Bill Andrew and his wife Denise. Bill received his diploma in engineering from UPEI in 1973 and was the university's chancellor from 2005 to 2013. Awarded to a deserving student who has graduated from a PEI high school and is entering the first year of sustainable design engineering at UPEI. So we look forward to meeting Liam next year. Next, we have Engineers PEI Awards. So Jim Landrigan, if I could get you to come and join us on the stage. We have Engineers PEI Entrance Awards to Ellie Gallant and Isaac Walsher, neither able to join us tonight. These are granted to deserving students entering the first year of the UPEI Sustainable Design Engineering program who have achieved high academic standing in secondary school. The Engineers PEI Glenda McKinnon Peters and Father Charlie McDonald Scholarship is awarded to Camden Perry and Ryan Burke this year. These students are entering the first year of the SDE program and also graduated from a PEI high school. But the recipients are not able to be with us tonight. Caitlin Campbell. Caitlin, please come to the stage. is receiving the Engineers PEI Scholarship for first year achievement, and this is awarded to the student with the highest academic standing at the conclusion of the first year in their program. Congratulations, Caitlin. Richard George Matheson Memorial Engineering Scholarship goes to Jimmy Over. Jimmy, if you could come up and join us, please. This is awarded to the student entering third year of the program with the highest academic standing in the second year. And Jimmy has not just got great marks, he's been a great contributor to the program and to the Engineering Success Center. Congratulations. Norman F. Stewart Engineering Scholarship goes to Alan Fraser. This is awarded to the student entering the third year of the SDE program with the second highest academic standing in their second year. There's some sort of symmetry to that whole thing, Alan. Come on up. The Lori Coles Engineering Scholarship goes to Kalina Udo. Kalina. I can do better. Kalina. Congratulations. This is awarded to the student entering the third year of the program with the third highest academic standing in their second year. The Engineers PEI Graduating Student Award goes to Matt Hutchison, who's on his way to the stage. This will be the last Engineers PEI Award, so it's a good time for me to thank this organization for their incredible generosity and support of our program. Don McEwen, it's your turn to join the stage. And we're just going to take a picture with you because Maddie Cronin is not here. The Don McEwen Scholarship, I have no description of this scholarship, so I'm going to describe the human that comes with this. I had a meeting with Don earlier today and found out that he was when he was the president of Engineers Canada is when they designed and founded, he and a bunch of colleagues, the Canadian Engineering Qualifications Board, which certifies foreign trained graduates to practice in Canada. So Don has been an incredible member of the national community for many years, and he continues to participate in our program, even though he retired a few days ago. So Don, we're thrilled to have you with us. And the recipient of your named scholarship this year is currently doing her master's degree at the University of Saskatchewan with Michigan. So we knew you'd be happy to hear that, and we're thrilled to have you with this team. Maritime Electric Engineering Scholarship goes to Kai Spence, who's not able to be with us tonight, but again, Feng Liang is here, the Director of Engineering for Maritime Electric. And Feng, if you could come up so that we can share your congratulations with Kai, that would be great. This is awarded to a fourth-year student in our program who is in good academic standing and interested in pursuing a career on PEI. Some of us take a long time to get back here. Some of us know it from day one. Hi. The Alan Curran Engineering Award goes to Jacob Burt. Jacob, if you could come up on stage. The donor is Alan Curran, who is a proud alumnus of St. Dunstan's University, class of 1962. He graduated with a degree in business and returned to his family's business in New York, Royal Products. In 1974, Alan married Judith, a school teacher, and they reside in Long Island. In recognition of his wonderful years at St. Dunstan's, Alan established this award to support a student entering the third year of the UPEI engineering program. This is, the student will have completed their first 2 years in engineering and will have taken at least one philosophy course. The Alan Moore Memorial Award in Engineering is awarded to Deborah Arioli. Alan and Stan Moore are with us tonight, and I'm thrilled to invite them to join us on the stage. This annual award was established at UPEI by family and friends in memory of Alan Moore. Alan was an engineering student entering his third year at UPEI, who unfortunately was killed in a motorcycle accident in 1983 at the age of 19. Alan was born in Charlottetown and was a graduate of Charlottetown Rural. He had entered UPEI to pursue a career in engineering and is well remembered by his peers and professors. This memorial award was created to assist a student pursuing an engineering degree. It is awarded to a second-year student who combines academic performance and qualities desirable in a future engineer. Congratulations, Deborah. Coles Associates Award in Engineering goes to Ronan Lentz. Ronan, if you can join us on the stage, there we go. And Coles Associates was founded in 1959 by Laurie Coles of Summerside, PEI. Today, Coles Associates continues to provide professional services to a diverse clientele in Canada, the US, and other selected countries internationally in the disciplines of architecture and engineering, specifically structural, mechanical, civil, electrical, and transportation engineering. I have to tell you, we really love our program because they do transdisciplinary work in Central. This is awarded to a deserving first-year engineering student who has achieved well academically. Congratulations, Ronan. The Ernest and Beatrice Smith Award in Engineering goes to Caitlin Campbell. Our donor was not able to join us tonight, but I think we've seen Caitlin on the stage once already, so welcome back, Caitlin. Ernest and Bernice Smith, longtime supporters of education, helped their 3 sons and 9 grandchildren pursue post-secondary studies and plan to give to UPEI to support future students. Ernest graduated in engineering from UNB, worked as a professional forester, and became the first superintendent of the PEI National Park before serving as a woodland manager in Ontario until his retirement. Pretty cool career. Bernice was a graduate nurse and a dedicated homemaker. After retiring, they returned to Tea Hill, where they lived well into their 90s. This is awarded to a second-year engineering student who ranks highest academically overall after a full year of common courses in the engineering program. Congratulations, Caitlin. The PEI Road Builders and Heavy Construction Association Frank W. Curtis Memorial Scholarship goes to Jimmy Holton. This annual award was established at UPEI in 1986 by the PEI Road Builders and Heavy Construction Association in memory of Frank W. Curtis, a founding member and subsequently general manager of their association for many years. The PEI Road Builders and Heavy Construction Association is comprised of companies sharing a common goal, a strong, effective voice in the heavy construction industry. The association supports the education of students in the engineering profession through this award. It is awarded to a returning student entering the third year of the program with the highest academic average in their previous year. Welcome back to me. The Strait Crossing Bridge Limited Engineering Awards go to Ethan Neighbors and Caitlin Smith. The donor is Alexis Reynaud, GM of Strait Crossing Bridge Limited, who sends his regrets tonight. This is awarded to a student who has completed the third year of the engineering program of the highest standing, who intends to continue in the program. So I guess we had a tie this year. That is pretty cool. The UPEI Administration and Finance Engineering Award is going to be presented by Tim Walker. Now the mystery is solved. We did have you on the list. The recipient is Nick Blanchard, who is also with us tonight. Nick, if you could join us on stage. This is awarded to a returning engineering student who, in the opinion of the engineering faculty, best combines academic performance and qualities desirable in a future engineer. The John William Godwin P.N. Scholarship is awarded to Nathan Whitnell, who I believe is here, and Jacob Gallant, who I believe is not able to join us tonight. This is awarded to a full-time student enrolled in the engineering program. Congratulations. The Delory Scholarship in Engineering is presented to Ibrahim Yunus. This scholarship is established in honor of the Delory family of Georgetown PEI and is for a PEI student in the engineering program. It was endowed by Frederick A. Delory, a native of Georgetown, PWC 43, that's Prince of Wales College, 1943, civil engineer, professor emeritus from the University of Toronto. And this is in appreciation of the treatment he received in 3 universities. The Frank Callahan Memorial Engineering Award goes to Selena Arioli, to a second-year engineering student who is passionate about the field of engineering. And this is certainly true for me. The Parks and People Association Scholarship is awarded to Abby Chapman, Ria Gallant, Temi Lua Shakunbi. I have to practice that more. Founded in 1981, the Parks and People Association has long championed the appreciation and conservation of PEI's national park and national historic sites. Its members have supported key conservation projects, created memorable recreational experiences, and celebrated our island's rich natural and cultural heritage. When the association concluded its work in 2017, its directors chose to leave a lasting legacy by establishing Parks and People Association scholarships. These awards support returning UPEI students who are Canadian residents in the Faculty of Engineering and who are committed to protecting the island environment through sustainable design. The PEI Advisory Council on the Status of Women Engineering Bursary for Women. Xiao Yu is here with us tonight. Xiao Yu, if you can start to join us on the stage. And our recipient this year is Lauren Cox. This award was established in 1995 by the government of PEI on the 20th anniversary of the PEI Advisory Council on the Status of Women. The award supports the efforts of the PEI Advisory Council's work to encourage girls to choose careers in math and science fields. The award also pays tribute to the 14 women engineering students who were murdered at École Polytechnique in 1989. This is awarded to a female student entering the third year of engineering at UPEI in recognition and support of women in non-traditional fields. Lauren, congratulations. The Eddie and Babe Brown Memorial Engineering Award goes to Priya Darshini Sikaram. Priya, I do not believe, is able to join us tonight. This is awarded to an engineering student from the School of Sustainable Design Engineering who has worked collaboratively with their peers, has displayed leadership qualities, and is committed to an economically sustainable community. And I'm just going to note that we are faculty now. We've been that way for a while. We will ensure that Priya gets her award another time. The Noel McAleer Award goes to Spencer Blackier. Spencer, if you could join us up here. And Wes and Connie McAleer, I know, are here, and I'm delighted to invite everybody up to the stage. This is awarded to a graduating student from the engineering class who displays the positive attributes and qualities of the late Noel McAleer, including the qualities of leadership, motivation, and team spirit through class involvement. Ross and Mary Kneebone Award is going to Odegwa Obehi Odegwa. This regular fixture in the Dean's office for very good reasons, not for bad reasons, so we've gotten to know her very well. This is granted to a full-time returning student in the Faculty of Engineering 4-year program who is in financial need. We pay her. Preference will be given to a student who identifies as female. Odegwa. We're thrilled to have you here. Now we're going to move really fast. Now we're going to accumulate the Dean's Honors List for the 2024-25 academic year, and we're going to ask people to come up to the stage, and we're going to take one big picture at the end, okay? So you can come up one at a time. I'm going to shake your hands as you fly by, and then we're going to accumulate you around the stage, right? That's the plan. Okay. Abasiofan Charles. Abdallah Abdel-Fattah. Ahmed Hamad. Ahmed Arab. Anis Young Ane. Alice Gladstone. Amber Colbeck. Caitlin Higginbotham. Selena Arioi. Deborah Arioi. Dwayne Gardner Jr., Emma Ledgerwood, Emmanuel Filani, Ethan Neighbors, Farouk Itoya Okino, Forrest McPhee, Hillary Dobbin, Jack Cohenberg, Caitlin Campbell, Caitlin Smith, Kate Everest, Kalena O'Doy, Kieran McMillan, Killian Doplan, Lachlan Roche, Lauren Cox, Marissa White, Melina Sangari, Morad Brady, Maya Van Veld, Nate Gardner, Natalie Antoon, Nicholas Blanchard, Odegwa Obey Arehuman, Sehab Al-Sayed, Shion Hadu, Syed Imran Ali, Timi Nolua Shukuri. That is the end of this honor list. I'm going to shake hands for off. You can see why we have 50% of the seats on the bus to Canadians, right? What a great group. We can fit it all in. catch up with us. And I'm just going to make a few closing remarks. We have a photo booth set up over here, so people that wanted to get cell phone pictures to share with people who couldn't be here tonight, please do come over. I'll hang out for as long as you need me. I do want to acknowledge the people that have joined us on live stream. We're thrilled to have you with us. I know that it can be hard to be far away and that these things are very, very important. So we're thrilled to be able to do this. I again want to thank our guests who stayed with us and invite you to go over and say hello to donors and friends after the event. It looks like there's a bit of food left, so don't go home hungry. And again, a round of applause for all the award recipients and honorees.
Twice. So is there a donor shot over here? Or that means that issue we don't have any time. Oh yeah? Oh yeah. Okay.